I'm going to start with science as inspiration, and I think this is something that companies often miss and can be really a big deal. How that can give you huge opportunities to succeed entrepreneurially. I can't overstate this enough that there's tremendous opportunity for you using some basic research and good ideas that you or other people have had. A little bit about invention, entrepreneurship, and then finally about Google, because we'll get asked about it anyways. So I recently saw this at a conference, and I just wanted to show it to you guys. So this is a robot. And you can see it does pretty well getting over that obstacle. If you change the timing a little bit, you can kind of gallop along. And in fact, it can even get through this obstacle course, which looks pretty imposing. Now it looks like, this is a pretty cool thing. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this before. And it turns out it's also about 10 times cheaper than all other robots like it. And the reason is, instead of having intelligence, like electronics in the robot, all those legs are just spinning. And in fact, the intelligence is in the design. The legs are actually springs. And it turns out this is the way cockroaches work and a lot of different animals. And they found this out by studying cockroaches, actually, that if you have springy legs, you don't need to have controls. And the way, it's kind of strange, right? You wouldn't necessarily assume that. And the way they figured this out is that when they looked at cockroaches, they found when they went through a maze like the one on the right, they actually didn't slow down. And you think, well, if they're reacting, and deciding where to go, they'd probably slow down, and they don't. And the reason is their legs are springy, and so mechanically they just move over. And you can imagine, this has great implications if you're building robots, for example. And my point is that there's a lot of great innovation out there. There's a lot of new knowledge that comes along all the time. And if you find one of these things and use it as a foundation for a company or for innovation in general, entrepreneurship, you're in a much stronger business position. And that's a good place to be if you're starting a company.